He wanted to come to church, and I always pushed back a lot. Never wanted to come. I didn't grow up in church, so didn't think I needed it. I thought we would go to Kings Island that day, or to the pool, or to the zoo like we always did, but he wanted to go to the church down the corner. So I said, okay, I guess I have to go. It's Father's Day. You always do what we want to do on Mother's Day. So we went. I thought, we'll go one time, never talk about it, and it'll be over with. And here we are 9 years later. When I walked in and I listened to the sermon, at that time of my life, I literally thought that he had told the minister that we were coming. It was everything that I was like going through and like I needed to hear. I was almost upset, like, how did he tell them that I was coming here? Because he said everything. I left in tears.
For like the first year?
Yeah, for the first year. Yeah. We just kept coming back every Sunday, and every Sunday I was crying. And I'm like, how is this happening? I don't know what's happening, but it was amazing. And that was the beginning of our lives changing forever. So anyway, I am a 6th grade leader, and I've been with the girls since kindergarten. And that's another thing, a whole other aspect of this church that is so phenomenal, because I was nervous when Sean had mentioned about me being a small group leader. I went back to my old ways of thinking, I'm not good enough. These girls are gonna know. I've never read the Bible. I don't know anything. I'm new just like them. I was basically a kindergartner walking in that room, hoping that I wasn't gonna get found out that I didn't know what I was doing. And they loved me for me, and I loved them for them. And so it's been 7 years that we've been together, and they have forever changed my life. I'm so glad I said yes to being a small group leader, to being, I was so scared. I was so scared. But I cannot imagine not being with those girls, because they've changed my life.
So I'm in the Next Gen ministry with church as well, and I've grown there with my oldest boy, and now I'm doing my second son, and then eventually I'll do my third son when he comes into the backyard. So I'll be 9 years deep with those little kids. But that's really fun. And then I've also participated in some of the vision casting with the church, as well as now just jumping into the finance part of the church.
One spiritual defining moment that happened to us at Center Pointe was our baptism. Sean walked up to us, we didn't know Sean at the time, when he walked up to us and said, you guys in a small group? And we said, no. And he said, you want to be in one? And we said, yes, of course we do. I didn't, you know. And then
because when the pastor baptizes you, you can't say no. I don't want to be in a small group.
At that time in our life, we couldn't say no. I mean, I always go back, like, what if we didn't say yes to Sean about being in a small group? I don't know. I don't know where we would be. I'm just so thankful that he looked at us and wanted to be our friends and asked us to be in his group, because it's amazing.
We give financially to Center Pointe because we feel like it is a literal expression of our faith. It's in faith that you have to give. It doesn't always come at the right times, but we feel like it's important to continue to challenge ourselves and grow into that generosity. Especially as we deal with kids in youth ministry, I feel like you have to be super generous, super patient, super kind, always available. And Megan's getting to a point where she's interacting with her kids every day. And so generosity becomes more than just financial. Financial's an easy piece to point at, but this is the generosity of being available, emotionally available, and really loving on people. And then being available to the church when they need resources, when the church needs people to show up, and just being available.
I just feel like the church was so generous to myself personally about like accepting my broken self. So it's like, why wouldn't I be generous with my time? Why wouldn't we be generous financially? The church saved our life. A year ago, we wanted to move into a bigger and better house, and we were clearly told 2 different times, do not move, do not move. I honestly think that it's because of this. I mean, I cannot tell you how clearly I heard God tell me, do not move, don't do it. And here we are at this unfinished. The timing is impeccable.
Because my work is engrossing a lot of the times, I've tended to say, look, I can't be available for this, or I can't do that thing in the evening, whatever it is. And I have really felt a call over the last 6 months, 12 months to be available in a different way and make sure that I can be available to my family and other things, whatever those other things are. And then, you know, the church reaches out and says, hey, they need some help on some stuff. And again, it feels like it's perfect timing.
I would tell the Megan and Adam in the audience now, it's okay if you're struggling. It's okay if you feel not enough. It's okay if you're scared. It's okay if you've never read the Bible. This is the best life.
Yeah, I would tell that young Adam and Megan that you don't have to have anything figured out.
No.
Just keep stepping. Just keep stepping forward.
It's totally worth it.